You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome to one of the most special nights of the season. Season finale. We crown champions tonight. The NetCode ESports Mighty Midget Series. Doubleheader right here from Husets Speedway. A mere 15-point gap, and it was a 20-point swing from last Thursday night when we entered We entered the night with a 5-point lead for Garrett Boyd over Billy Barros, and we end up coming in tonight, and Barros has got a 15-point advantage over Boyd as we get things started. The one disadvantage that Mr. Barros is going to have this evening, he has to start at the back of the field because he was hot shoe for winning both races last week. Swept the night. Made it look pretty easy, actually. It wasn't all that complicated. He just found his way to the front and then kind of drove away from everybody. We have only been to Husets one other time. We opened up the year 2025 here back in January. Bo Brannon won the first ever feature. And then after that, Jay Schaff won the second. Craig Silby and Garrett Boyd have all of the other podium finishes at this track. So two different winners, but second and third were the same the last time we were here. Yeah, Billy Barros did not have a good night the last time we were here. A lot of incidents for him. So we'll see if anything comes of that tonight. He's been pretty quick in the practice session. He's doing a lot of different lines, trying a lot of different things to see where that car is going to be good for this evening. 2 weeks, October 23rd. No, that can't be right. Is it really? 23rd? Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have a new format, but it's still going to be, you're still going to get to see the midgets. You're just going to get to see some wingless and some wing sprint cars when they go to the 2025 D season. We're going to mix things up, see how that goes, see if we can attract some more drivers and do some things to get some people in here and get interested. So, should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the new cars every week, and it'll be the same bunch of guys, so I know they're going to race each other good. We'll see what we do with some new faces. Hopefully they can attract some new guys. Should be pretty good. Right now you're looking at your Ironman, and I don't know if they're going to carry that on or not. I have not heard if they're going to finish that through the 2025 D season. They might not. Just depends. Billy Barros has a 58-point advantage over Josh Gerlach and a 216-point lead over Garrett Boyd. That's your top three in both of those. David Krikorian is only 59 points out of the championship right now. Josh Gerlach and missing last week. Well, that dropped him to 88 points back. And then Reed Brochard is your top five. Although you drop weeks and everything have been applied through this current point cycle. But we got the guys. They got a couple of minutes. We're going to get ready for that first run. It should be, and I didn't look at that, and I should have. We will be. Both shows are going to be a random draw for your heats, and either invert or redraw for your features. Tonight's features are both 40 laps. Boyd has to sweep, get no bonus points. It'd be a 1-point championship for Boyd. 3 positions in the first feature. If Barros beats Boyd by 3 positions in the first feature, the second feature is just for show, as it will already be decided. 5 positions across both features is what Boyd has to beat Barros by, but the tie goes to Barros if they do, because he'll have the most wins. So he needs to beat him by a total of 6 in the 2. The first one, he's got a shot to do something, possibly. It is 40 laps, and that's a long ways. But the second one will probably be more heads up, and that will make it a lot more interesting. So, time running out. Random draws for our heats. Getting ready. There we go. Now that the time clock don't work on this one, which is somewhat frustrating, but we got to use the old scoring pylon to get to this point right here. Once we're at this point, everything is beautiful and golden and lovely, and everything looks better for sure. So, random draw for heats. We're going to get ready to go trackside. So look at the starting grid for our first heat race. David Krikorian, 66, and Billy Barros, the 38. On the front row, then Garrett Boyd, the 21, and Reed Brochart in the 93. 4 cars, 8 laps, doesn't matter. They're just racing for their starting position. This will be the inside line tonight's A main. Unless they do the redraw, which could screw everything up. We'll see. If we do an invert, it'll be the outside row. Good look at the cars sitting there on the grid. They'll get ready to roll off momentarily. Heat racing's the heat racing. It's the feature where the 38 will go to the back to get things started tonight. I'll remind you several times throughout the night, we will not shut down between shows. We will just put up the logos and we will spin our way to the next server. Last show for the week. We start again. We'll be back on Monday, and then we will rebroadcast the Sunday night Truck Series show on Tuesday night or Thursday night, because Wednesday night the Truck Series gets back in action for the Midwest guys. So we should lose that pesky pace truck down here in turn 3. There he goes, and we're going to get ready to get things kicked off. And Krikorian on the loud pedal, green flags in the air. Boyd went down, got his left front up on the berm, and didn't help him much. Well, Barros got a good run off the top side of turn 2, pulled right back alongside Krikorian. I think it's going to be a battle. We're going to have 2 lines of racing. That top line looks like it's going to be very dominant as Billy Barros streaks around the outside, takes over the point from Krikorian. Boyd is right there, having to wheel the car a little to keep it out of the left rear of the 66. And Reed Brochart is chasing these guys down while they battle for second and third. Now Boyd clears Krikorian. 4 laps to go this time. Barros is out front. Well, slider action right there. He went on that slider line. I think everybody kind of did. We'll fall back and look at the second and third place guys. Brochart is caught up too. Krikorian now. They're going to battle for third. We're coming down to the 2 lap to go signal. And Brochart off the bottom. Wrestles the spot away. Barros is gone. He's 3/4 of a second, making 0.8 of a second now in front of the 21. White flag for your heat race, and it's going to be a full second before we get back around. Barros, heat 1 winner. Boyd second. Brochart, Krikorian in that order. Oh, we'll see. With Barros having to go to the back, that'll put Boyd on the front row. Well, possibly. I say it does. Doesn't always mean it does. They do a redraw sometimes. So let's get ready to look at the starting lineup for the second heat. Steven Spiess in the 55 and James Gray, the 76, the front row. And then returning after a hiatus last week, the 71 of Josh Gerlach and the 24 of Colton Wilson will make up our final row. Gerlach went to the Neverland Ranch or something. I don't know where he went last week. He was absent more than normal. We like to harass him. There we go. The 4 drivers rolling them off. They'll go around one more time, and we'll get things started. Couple of quick heats. Be the same format for show number 2. It'll give the guys a chance to work the track a little bit, figure out where the lines are going to be, and then we'll get ready to go for our feature race. And tonight, they're both extended 10 laps. Normally, we have a 30-lap feature. Tonight, we're going to have 40. Waiting for him to come around to turn 4. Steven Spieth on the throttle quickly, and you got Josh Gerlach to time it up with him pretty decent. Those two inside row going to get out 1-2 over Gray and Wilson. And we'll see now. Can Gerlach go chase down the 55? Gerlach usually likes to run around the bottom. He rarely. I think he's trying something out here to see if the top's going to work. Going to do a little cut down line. Go to the bottom in 1 and 2. Go back to the top in 3 and 4. Let's see what he does. Gap staying the same. That's the little gentle cut down line. Didn't close the gap much. He may have to regroup, do something else, because the guy behind him, James Gray, in the 76 car, was reeling him in until he got out of shape in turn 2 right there. A little brush to the fence from both of our top 2 drivers. Spieth has sort of extended this out. It's not much. He's picked up about a tenth and a half. He lost some ground there. I think he went a little wide in that corner. We're down to 2 to go already. Nobody reeling in the leader. Gerlach was trying, and Gray was trying to reel in Gerlach, but a couple of mistakes in turn 2 have opened that gap up pretty good. White flag. It's pretty close this time, just not close enough for any kind of haymakers. It's still half second. Looks like Spieth is going to cruise to an easy heat victory in 2. Gerlach second. Gray and Wilson. And heat racing action is in the books just like that. So now we wait. We wait for the redraw. Warm-up is coming. We'll see if the guys get some time on track. They got to take the finishing order, drop it into the little piece of software, and then kick out a new starting order. The only driver we know can't start at the front is the 38. He has to go to the back. By virtue of his sweep last week, which gave him the points lead, the hot shoe goes to the back of the field. No drivers have headed out for any kind of warm-up yet. We'll wait and see what comes through. Here come some cars. Finally going to roll out and put something together for hot laps. And we have our redraw. What is our redraw tonight? Our redraw looks crazy. So quick redraw for everybody. We're going to get ready to go feature racing here. This will not be your lineup. You'll take the 76 of James Gray, put him to the front row, and move the 93 of Reed Brochart up alongside him. Then Josh Gerlach and Garrett Boyd will swap spots. Gerlach will go inside. Boyd will go outside. That third row, Steven Spieth will move to the inside of the third row. David Krikorian will slide up and over one spot in the 66. He'll go starting position number 6. And the 24 of Colton Wilson will slide to the left. And that 38 machine of Billy Barros will go all the way from P1 to P8 to start this thing. So, they'll do some shifting around, and then the pace truck will get out of the way. We'll get a green flag. They'll stay that way, single file in the new order to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. And then we'll officially get our start from our pole sitter. Once we do, 40 green flag laps tonight. Watching the 38 and the 21 cars tonight. You know it's got to be a total of 6 positions that the 21 has to finish ahead of the 38 over the 2 races. So we'll see. We'll see how close that gets. But if Barros can go up and win this first race from the back, it's all over. Doesn't matter what Boyd does in race number 2. James Gray, Reed Brochard up front. This time we'll come around, we'll come out of turn 4, and the drivers will start to double file up so we can get ready for our official start. James Gray wanted a little gap on the field, I guess. That's going to stretch us out a little bit on this start, it looks like. And now we should get our official start right here. Coming out of 4, Gray on the throttle. Field got pretty well bunched up. But we're under the green flag 40 times around. Gray leads lap 1. Gerlach slid up to 2nd. Brochard is 3rd. Boyd is 4th and looking for racing room. Barros is still kind of mired in the back, trying to work his way around drivers. I wouldn't be surprised if he is very, very methodical about this. Steven Spieth got the car up on the bike. Coming out of turn 2, he gives up a spot to David Krikorian as he got on the berm. Car into the fence. 93 drug the right rear down the front stretch fence from turn 4 to about the flag stand. He'll give up a spot to Krikorian. So DK getting spots for free. I think Billy Barros clipped the fence that time coming out of turn 4, and that's not good for the 38 in race number 1. Side by side they go still for 4th place. And now Brochard has it. Spieth will battle Krikorian. Colton Wilson is still fending off the 38 car of Billy Barros. Barros had to start at the back. He is not faring very well. Your points chaser right now, the 21, is looking for 2nd position. Tried to get it away from Gerlach. Almost was there and almost cut that line off that Gerlach wanted to get down into turn 4. Ten laps in the books. 30 more to go for feature number 1. And Josh Gerlach is starting to get closer and closer to James Gray. Gray got his first podium last week. Now he's looking for his first win. It's not going to happen there. He's going to have to get back on the horse and go at it a little harder as he got the car out of shape in turn number 2 and gave up a spot to Josh Gerlach, and he may give one up to Garrett Boyd here momentarily. Just not this lap. Billy Barros has picked off the 24 car and now starting to make his way forward in the field. Probably going to have a little bit of a tussle here with the 66 of Krikorian. Cole Wilson took the 24 car into the infield. Something wrong with that car already. He may have clipped the fence pretty good one time. As we will get back around, Boyd got clear of James Gray. Now he's working on trying to get to the 71. He would like nothing more than to go up here and win this race and then make it a dogfight in race number 2 between he and Barros. Steven Spieth has recovered from his bicycle incident a little while ago. He's battling for the 3rd spot. Thought about the slider on Gray. Didn't work, but Gray got out of shape in the marbles, and it won't matter because Spieth takes the spot. Still a good battle back here for 6th. Krikorian was been fending off the 38. Now a little crossover move, and I think this time Barros is going to make it stick. Gerlach out front, Boyd 2nd, Spieth up to 3rd, Gray is 4th. Brochart, Barros, Krikorian. We'll go back. We're creeping in on halfway. We're almost 20 laps into this thing. Steven Spieth thought he was reeling in the 21, but he was just cooking it into turn 3 hard. He slid up and banged her into the fence. James Gray with a big mistake, going to give up a spot to Billy Barros now. He'll fall back to the 6th spot. Barros in the top 5. 3 spots between he and Boyd as they run. Long way to go. Three-quarters to 0.8 of a second is what the gap has been. That's what it looks like it's going to stay. 1st to 2nd. Now Billy Barros going after Reed Brochart. Saved his tires for about 10 laps, 12 laps, and then he started charging through the field. Now he is up to 4th as he cruises around Reed Brochart. He's chasing the 21. 21's getting chased by the 55, trying to reel in the 71. Gerlach is being very smooth out front. Barros is catching 2nd and 3rd now, and if they have any issues, he's going to be all over the both of them. Up to the very top of the racetrack, and Boyd's got a big head of steam. He's trying to fend off the 55, and I don't know where Spieth went. Well, that got interesting real quick. Looks like Spieth may have dropped some packets, and he fell out of the server. But Barros is there, and he's trying to go after his nemesis in the points, Garrett Boyd. Boyd, oh no, big drive in, caution, and that's going to hurt. So we'll look at it. It's going to happen down in 3 and 4. Boyd is going to get in hot on the bottom line. You run the slider. And he just got to the left rear. Maybe he thought Gerlach was going to be gone from there before he could get there. That's going to change everything. Because it's going to put Gerlach, then Barros, then I believe Brochart, Gray, Krikorian, and Boyd. These extra spots may seal the deal here. If Boyd can't make this up with just a handful of laps to go, about 11 laps remaining, if he can't make that up, that'll just give Billy Barros a victory lap in show number 2. Now, Barros goes up here. He passes Gerlach. He wins it. Didn't matter. It was over anyway, regardless of where Boyd finishes. It's 38. Set at the back of the field for about the first 10 laps, and he just kind of rode it out. And then he started getting openings and had a little bit better tires than the guys in front of him, and he started driving right by people. It was third when the incident happened, and now can he go get Josh Gerlach and get the win? Restart. 12 laps remaining. I thought it would be 11. It's 12. Barros on the slider line got close. James Gray third. Garrett Boyd around the top side. That car not hurt a bit. He is trying to get back on the podium. He would like to keep it close. He'd still have a shot if he could get up here and get to third as long as Barros doesn't win it. He'd still have a shot. He'd have to win the race, and I think Barros would have to have a major catastrophe, but still. We're coming around to 9 to go, and the lead is about 2 car lengths. Gerlach fending off the 38 car of Billy Barros, at least for the moment. He's going to have him by 1 car length this time. I think Barros is trying to figure out exactly the spot as Boyd gets around Krikorian, gets around Gray, and he'll be up to third, but he is 1.5 seconds behind this battle. Barros is just trying to figure out where that one spot that he's going to be that much better in the 71 is, and it might be the center of turn number 2. Not better that time by. We're going to be at the wave lap. 5 to go this time. Hello, Mr. Puckett from Wyoming again. I don't know how long that's been up there, but I just now looked up and saw that. Thanks for tuning back in with us. Appreciate it. Inside 5 to go. Gerlach by about 1.5 cars over Barros. Boyd has fallen way back. He's 1.8 seconds. This is the battle at the front. I'm wondering if Barros had figured something out. And he might, I was going to say he might have. He might have figured out how to wait until the last lap. He lost enough races getting past on the last lap. I thought maybe he had figured something out and he was able to, going to be able to go up here and get after Gerlach. Good cut down move there. Doesn't quite get him in position with 2 laps to go. This time really close. I think if he'd have kept his foot in it, maybe he could have gotten to the outside right there. But the white flag, and we're going to see what happens up front. This time I drive through the corner. He couldn't get to Gerlach. And I think Josh Gerlach's going to be able to hold off Billy Barros, and he'll win the first show tonight. Barros will be second. Boyd is third. That's going to keep it close in the points. Gray, Krikorian, Brochart, Spies, and Wilson will be the finishing order. Oh, that's a terrible angle. That's not a good angle. That's a bad angle. We don't know. Oh, we don't know where our cameras are for this one. We think we're going to go right here. And we're going to get ready to talk to our drivers. Garrett Boyd, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, I don't think it absolutely puts you out of the points, but you're going to need a miracle in the second show, a third place finish in run number 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with me and Josh. I don't feel like I drove it in there that far, but I mean everybody was kind of running a weird cut down, so I guess I should have anticipated that. But I knew I needed to try to get up in front of Billy and try to break a little bit of his momentum because I could hear him coming. Yeah,
it looked like he cut down right as you were getting to your turn spot there on your slider line, and just same matter, same space, same time. Usually doesn't work out, but looked like you had the car rolling pretty good. You're able to get back to third.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I figured it was going to be killed after Reed hit me because his car was killed, and I mean, I don't know how mine wasn't, but kind of got lucky there with the iRacing damage. But we can take what we can get and try to make a miracle happen in race 2.
Well, it's going to be a dogfight in this next one. Are you ready to put the gloves on and go 40 rounds?
Yeah, I felt like we had a good car there. I mean, Josh wasn't getting away from me. I don't feel like I was gaining on him much, but I normally do better in the end of longer races. So hopefully the next one will go a little bit better and I won't run somebody over.
All right, man. Give me some shout-outs real quick before we let you head for the second server.
It's a big shout-out to James and Billy for paying for the broadcast again. Josh for putting the league on. Roger, you for broadcasting it. Quality One. NetCode brand. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember who was all in the car, but everybody that's involved with this deal, it's super fun to come run with them. I have a blast every time I race with them, and hopefully we can keep that going with next season.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Good luck in show number 2.
Yep, thank you.
Garrett Boyd finishing in third, and that'll open the gap up a little bit more. Barros didn't win it, so I don't think he's locked him out, but he did everything he could to get around the 71. Billy Barros, it was close to drive from the back to the front.
Yeah, I gave it my best, Roger. That was a lot of work. Man, it's hard to pass here. I feel like I did a pretty good job of that, but when it came down to it, Josh was doing such a great job just holding the middle of the track and killing my momentum, and there was nothing I could do about it. So great job to him. Congratulations on the win.
Well, I don't think you locked out the 21 car, but I think a miracle is going to have to happen for him to beat you in the championship now.
Yeah, I think so too, but trying not to talk about it too much here because I think anything could still happen. I know I have a pretty good advantage going into race number 2, but I think we have just enough cars that this thing could still get flipped on its head. So I'm just going to, like I always do, put my head down, hit my marks, just try to run a clean race, and hopefully we come out on top.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we get to talk to you at the end of this thing, standing in not only victory circle, but championship circle in show number 2. Give me some shout-outs before I let you head off over there.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Thanks, Roger. Thank you again for covering these. I really love watching these back on the Dirt Racing Network. Thanks again to Josh Gerlach for putting the league together, everyone for coming out here racing with us, James Gray, and also the guys from the Knoxville Knights podcast for helping us cover the season, and thanks to Garrett for putting on such a challenge this season. He's been absolutely crushing it, and kind of sad that he's fallen back a little bit, but hopefully we see him up here too.
All right, man. Congrats on second place in the first show, and good luck in show number 2.
All right, thanks, Roger.
Billy Barros leading the points by a lot going into this one. And now we'll talk to the part-time driver who comes in, and we're going to start calling him Ringer maybe because he takes off, comes back, wins the race, and then we don't see him for a while. But Josh Gerlach, good run in show number 1.
Thanks, man. Part-timer. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I missed 4 races in 3 years, and this is what I'm welcome back with.
That's what you get. You miss, you get what you get, man.
I love it.
Well, that's why we come. We come to have fun. And if we can't, pull each other's chains a little bit, then we all might as well stop doing this. But looked like car was pretty good. You might have got a little damage when the 21 got into you there, but you're able to hold off a very hard-charging Billy Barros.
Yeah, I definitely did. And I haven't seen it, obviously, because we don't have mirrors here. I don't know if that was just something that we met in the middle there. I was kind of running a cut down in 3 and 4, and I could hear Garrett moving around behind me. So I know on these tight tracks, kind of meet in the middle sometimes, and it sucks because I hate to do that, to anybody, especially someone like Garrett, and especially with him and Billy being in a tight points race. But I felt really good out front. It felt good here most of the time we visited here, and kind of being out in clean track, you can run whatever line you want to, and found the bottom in 1 and 2, and then a cut down in 3 and 4 was working for me, and then I could hear somebody behind me, and it was Garrett. So I knew I was going to have my hands full, and then the left rear definitely got pushed in with that contact. So I kind of told Billy that I was like a dart without feathers there for a little bit, and I know I was holding him up, and I was really just trying to keep it in the middle of the track to keep it predictable, because otherwise it was pretty much just darting all over the place, and I'd already hit enough stuff.
Yeah, exactly what you think happened is what happened. He was running the slider line, you were running the cut down, and a split second, blink your eyes, you miss each other. It was just kind of same matter, same space, same time thing. So, but an awesome run, man. You're going to get the win in show 1. Maybe you get the sweep closing out the official Mighty Midget Series.
Yeah, I hope so. We have some big changes coming. I'm sure I'll be back to talk to you afterwards to kind of promo what we've got coming up after this. But really just want to thank everybody that has supported the series for, like I said, the last 3 years, and especially the guys that have been coming here lately. I know the car count's been down and stuff, but guys like Billy, James Gray, Mike Gebhard, not here tonight, but they kind of made this all possible to get us on the Dirt Racing Network. So thanks to those guys. If you want to sign up for what we have coming up, which we'll talk about later, Roger, you can go to NetCode ESports.com.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. Good luck in show 2. We'll see you in a few.
Thanks, sir.
That was your winner in show number 1, Josh Gerlach. Guy's got a face for radio. Just saying. It's a good thing he does a podcast, not a live show. I'm kidding. I harass him a lot, but we love working with Josh, and this series has been fantastic. I can't wait to see what they're doing next season. So that is going to do it for show number 1. Guys, I'm not going anywhere. In fact, we're going to start prepping things up. I'm going to show you. We have a restroom break coming. We're going to play a little music for you. When we come back, we're going to be in server number 2, and the boys will be ready to get after it. Pretty much the same show. They're going to Mr. Reed Foley, if I can figure out where the button's at. Oh, here we go. This ought to work.
Girl, I love the way you look at me, and though I've seen it many times, when I hear you whisper, baby, please, well, it tears me up inside. And no other woman's ever done this before. You're all I need now, want nothing more. I just wanna be your man, hold you close, as tight as I can. I wanna show you what you mean to me. I wanna make sure you understand that I just wanna be your man. Well, I've been thinking about you all day long, and things I'd like to do. Now that you and me are all alone, I just can't wait to love on you. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say is, girl, you're beautiful in every way. I just wanna be your man, hold you close, as tight as I can. Well, I wanna show you what you mean to me. I wanna make sure you understand. I just wanna be your man. I wanna show you what you mean to me. So, darling, just take my hand. I just wanna be your man. I just wanna be your man.
Perfect timing. Huge thank you to my man Reed Foley for allowing me to spin his tunes on my channel and not take me to court every time I do it. I appreciate that very much so. You're not going to get much anyway, so it is what it is. But That dude's awesome. Can't wait for him to get his big break and become a full-fledged, 100% backed country artist and all the big tours and all that stuff. So, either way, these boys look like they are working the track pretty good. We should have a little different conditions as they throw a new track condition out for the guys. Let them go out and get some laps. We will see. We will see how it goes. Send them a message to tell them whenever they are ready. And then we'll watch for the green bars at the top and bottom of our scoring pylon there, our scoring tower, to go white. That means that they've advanced the session. Quick reminder, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, next week we will have the rebroadcast or the restream of the Sunday night truck race. Sometime during the week, whether we wait for Thursday or we do it Tuesday night after ERA, one or the other, it's going to happen. So you'll get to see Digital Sim Racing League Truck Series Round 2 from New Hampshire next week one night. Then the 410 Wing Sprint Cars on Monday Night Thunder for DSRL and the Epic Racing Association back with, I think they're in the late model. They're the late model or street stock, one or the other on Tuesday night. And then the Midwest Truck Series kicks off their new season on Wednesday as they go back to full-time action. No more recruitment races and tryouts and different things for them. They are back to points racing. We'll see our driver, Garrett Boyd, back in there. You'll see all the guys. Corey Blevins, Adam Vinny, Garrett Boyd, Brock Bigelow, all those guys back on next Wednesday night. So some of those guys come and run on Sundays as well. Either way, just waiting for the boys to get the track worked in the way they want it or whatever they're doing. And we'll get a couple of heats and then another 40-lap feature and crown a champion. And unless Billy Barros just wrecks out early, it's kind of a foregone conclusion that he's going to be the 2025 C champion. There we go. We got the white flag. So that means the session's over. We're going to get ready for heat races. It's been a great season, got to say. These guys, have done a great job. This time, Barros will have the pole in heat number 1. Brochart in the 93 will be second. Steven Specy inside row number 2, the 55, and the 71 is Josh Gerlach. So a little different lineup, a little different mixture for these guys. But Barros not having to be a hot shoe because he didn't win that race a little bit ago, which would have absolutely sealed the deal. He's going to be able to start wherever the redraw puts him. But for right now, he's going to start up front. And I think the track state's a little different. He was not very fast in this warm-up session here, but he may have just went out there and kind of pedaled the car around a little bit just to see what the track was going to look like. We'll see. Brochart. Gerlach, your winner. Feature number 1. And Speece is always dangerous. He is always a threat to go get a win. We've had Reed Brochart on the podium in recent weeks, so everybody that's in here has a chance to do something in this series, and that's why it's so sad that they haven't had enough cars to keep the midgets going. But next season, I'm excited for the changeup of cars and tracks, and we'll see what they do. But it's race time in show number 2 for the NetCode ESports Mighty Midgets, and heat number 1 in show 2 is underway. Barros got a good start. Gerlach had a problem. And then tried to sneak inside on Speece, and that didn't work out, so he's got a bigger problem. Speece working around on the inside of Reed Brochart at the moment. Brochart following Barros almost in his tire tracks. Trying to get clear, and he does finally get clear of Steven Spiess. He's closing in on your leader. And Reed Brochart may have something to say about a heat win here. We're halfway. All 4 cars in the same half straightaway. Gerlach doing Gerlach things, getting the left front up on the berm. He got close to Spiess that time. Brochart just is not finding a way around. He can get alongside, he just can't get up there and force Barros to do something that is a little off kilter to give up a spot. They're going to learn something between now and that feature, because the 2 laps to go, Barros is going to do this in the feature, almost guarantee it. He's found out nobody can pass him. So you're going to have to figure out a different route to get around that guy. Second, third, and fourth are all over each other coming to the white flag. The whole field is right back together, almost like we just took the green. But Barros on his way to winning the heat race. Oh, contact, and that's going to unfortunately change the finishing order. Gerlach got into Brochart. He'll go second, Brochart third, and Spiess will end up fourth out of this deal. But tight racing and just the tiniest bit of contact, and the next thing you know, bad things are bound to happen. We lost a driver. Don't know why we lost a driver, but we lost a driver. So heat 2 is going to look a little bit different. And it'll have Garrett Boyd, the 21 on the pole, Colton Wilson, the 24 on his outside, and then David Krikorian. And they'll race for the starting spots. Or they'll race for their pill draw spot. How about that? That's what I should say. We don't have a driver. Well, now we do. So we don't have a driver on Colton Wilson. Not making the call for the heat race. Kind of a formality at this point with just the 2 cars. Don't know what happened to Colton Wilson. We'll see what these guys can do to draw drivers for next season. Hopefully, with the alternating cars that they're going to do, they'll be able to pull some drivers. It'd be good to see 12 to 18 cars in here every single night. All right, so we're going to get them side by side. It's a 2-car race, 8 laps. Be a fun one. No matter what we do, they're always fun. Closing out the season. Just a handful of cars for the night. And I think basically the championship is pretty much decided, but we'll see. I think we had to have 8 or 9 cars, and Boyd would have to win, and Barros would have to finish dead last for anything wild to happen coming into this final show. But the green flag, and Boyd got a good jump. He is clear by over half a second. I think he's trying to figure out where the line is going to be. And he is up running right along the edge of the fluff up there. This time gets the right rear up in that fluff. Lap time still pretty consistent. He's just trying to find a spot where he can go run when it comes feature time and try to go close out the season with at least a win. Even if that doesn't mean picking up a championship, at least get the win. Halfway. 4 down, 4 to go. 1.3 seconds over Krikorian. Now, still 1.3 seconds. I thought he'd opened it up a little. He kept it pretty much the same. Krikorian able to find a little something down that line he is running. It's kind of in high, out through the middle. Down in 3 and 4, and then he's way high in 1 and 2. The white flag coming this time for the 21 of Garrett Boyd. He is 1.6 seconds out now. And he is going to win the second heat, which puts him in a good pill draw spot on top of the heap with Billy Barros. David Krikorian, 1.8 seconds behind, but he comes home second. So we'll see. See where we're at. A warm-up time on the clock. We'll wait for the redraw to come from Race Control. Yeah, you guys need to tune in on Wednesdays for sure. Some fun stuff going to be going on that involves the fans. So make sure you tune in for that on the Wednesday Night Truck Series. In fact, we need to sit down and put that sheet together for all those things. Here we go. We know what the redraw looks like now. Invert. No invert. No invert, and the two boys vying for the championship going to start on the front row. Barros with the pole, Boyd on the outside, Spies, Gerlach in row 2, Krikorian and Brochart in the third and final row. And the warm-up session is going to come to a close. We're going to get this 40-lap feature underway, close out the 2025C season for the NetCode ESports Mighty Midget Series. As the Mighty Midget Series looks like it is at least going on hiatus if it doesn't go away. They'll have a new name for this series when they come out. But you might as well put the two top points getters on the front row to finish things up. The 38 of Barros inside and the 21 of Boyd on the outside. 71 of Gerlach next to the 66 of Krikorian. And that is not right either. That is not what they... Steven Spies is up there. Because Krikorian and Brochart are on the back row. Colton Wilson, he is off. He did not make the call for any of the races, but they'll shift things around. That front row is going to stay the same. The second row is what is going to change. And the third row will shift a mite. Spies and Gerlach, and then Krikorian and Brochart. So, next time around, we'll get the green flag, and then they'll do a couple quick pace laps and get things ready for the final feature of the season. Then they'll take a couple weeks off. I guess they're coming back on the 23rd. They've already got things kind of worked out. They're going to take some sign-ups and some different things.
Green, green, green.
Here we go. One more lap around. It's single file. Once we double them up, it will be time to close out another season. All right, here we go. Barros and Boyd Battled all season long for the championship. Barros has a huge advantage coming into this very final feature. And the green flag is out. Around to the top, Boyd. Can he take the lead right away? Yes, he does. Into 3 and 4. Gerlach trying to follow him through, but Barros kind of shut the door on him right there. Spieth around the bottom up to 3rd. Krikorian is trying to grab 4th away. And he may have it here coming out of 4. Gerlach with a big run down the hill takes it right back. Contact between the 71 and the 66 up the backstretch. Krikorian regains the spot, put him up to 4th. Gerlach is running 5th. And Brochart in the 6th spot. Boyd is out front. He's opened it up to half a second. Barros is still 2nd. Spieth is 3rd. Krikorian is 4th. I don't think that is settled just yet. Everyone in the top 4 has migrated to the top line. Krikorian at the bottom is battling for the 4th spot. He's hanging on, but just by a toenail. Gerlach now. Oh, there's a mistake from Krikorian. That opens it up. Gerlach now through and into 4th. Not enough spaces between the 21 and the 38. Gerlach trying to reel in the 55. Now dips it to the bottom, comes out of 2. He's not much closer, but he did let him know that he was there. Gap staying about the same, about 5 to 6 tenths of a second, 1st to 2nd. Barros is holding about 4 tenths over 3rd place, Spieth. Laps are going to click off pretty quickly. Whoa, Gerlach. Got the front end up in the air, getting too close to the berm at the bottom in turn number 2. He lost about 15 car lengths. Oh, Steven Spieth with the ride of the night.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Let's go back. We are going to drone this. And he is going to be good here in 3 and 4. And it just... absolute send right here in 1 and 2. Boom. And up the fence he goes. And Steven Spieth. A lot of trouble. That'll slow things down. It'll gap everybody back together. Boyd, Barros, Krikorian, Gerlach, Brochart. They'll get ready for a single file restart. We are about 13 laps in. We still got about 26 or 7 laps to go here. But it'll bring everybody right back together again. Pace truck will get out of the way. We're going to get ready for the restart. Weird line for the restart for Krikorian. He's going to lose a little distance there, but Boyd able to put himself right back where he was. A little cushion between he and Barros. Trying to close the season out with a win. As it sits right now, Barros is the champion, and no doubt, I don't think anything can happen to cause Barros to lose this. Gerlach would like to have another podium finish. He'd like to move into the same spot he was, but he loses ground in 3 and 4. He finished 2nd in the first race. He's got to get himself gathered in and get some rhythm. Still 23 laps to go. Gap not as wide at the front as it was. Barros is keeping it at about 0.3 of a second now. He is running just a slightly lower line, getting in the corners, and we're going to have caution. I don't want to say Josh Gerlach did Josh Gerlach things, but I got a feeling that Josh Gerlach did Josh Gerlach things. Clips the fence. Yep. Yeah, too close to stuff on the track you're not supposed to be close to. He went for a weird ride. I don't know how damaged that car is, but I got a feeling he has to go in and have him at least look at the suspension. He's in the infield. He was trying to get himself close to a win again. He won the first race. And I said he finished second. He won the first race. Didn't finish second. He won the first race. He was trying to get himself back in a position where he could go after that again. And I think he just may have forgot that there was a wall on the outside and got the right sides too close. He's back out here. We'll see how good the car is. See if they got everything pulled back straight. But now Krikorian battles for second with Barros. He got right alongside up the backstretch. They were 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Barros felt that pressure, and now he goes into attack mode trying to go after Boyd. And Boyd is just going to keep it high, wide, and handsome, try to hold on to the lead. We're halfway through the second feature. A lot of laps remaining. A lot of chances to make silly mistakes like that right there. And there goes Billy Barros. He wants to try to put a stamp on the season by winning after he's already picked up the championship. And he got around Boyd, who got too close to the outside wall in turns 3 and 4. Got the car a little upset. And now it's half a second to Barros. Brochard up to third. Gerlach recovers to fourth so far. David Krikorian got the car all out of shape when Boyd was having problems, and he fell all the way back to fifth. And Gerlach's got it rolling pretty good down the bottom. Trying that slider, and he gets it out there. Takes a spot away from Brochard. Barros, 0.7 of a second, almost 3/4. It is 3/4 coming out of 4. Got clear of Boyd, and now Boyd. Got to figure out what to do to find 1/10 of a second for the rest of the race. Gap's going to stay the same. Barros didn't win the first race. He finished second, and that pretty much locked it in. Winning this one will absolutely put a stamp on the season for him, and it'll probably lock him in for the Ironman as well. Boyd's still second. Brochard back around Gerlach. Gerlach looks like the car's still handling kind of poor, and he is fighting being able to get right down against the berm. David Krikorian almost got alongside that time, running that bottom line. Oh, and Krikorian got the car out of shape. Good grab. We're 10 to go, and it's Barros clear by over a second. Billy Barros. Trying to win the third race in 4 attempts to close out the season. Won both last week, took over the points, finished second in feature number 1 tonight. Pretty much sealed the deal for him. Now he is trying to just put an official victory lap stamp on this thing. 7 laps to go, and he's clear by 1.6 seconds. Brochard seems to be reeling in the 21, but every time he gets 4 or 5 car lengths, he gives them back in the next set of corners. A wave lap and 5 to go. It is 1.3 seconds. Boyd, I thought he might have figured out his car, but he goes up, knocks the fence down once again in 3 and 4. He has given it everything it's got. Wall or no wall, he was trying. 3 to go for Billy Barros. Two to go that time by. The gap is back out to 1.8 seconds. Brochart still hanging on to third, another podium. For Reed Brochart, it looks like. White flag, final time around. Barros wins the championship, wins the second feature, puts the victory lap together. Boyd second, Brochart third. Gerlach, Krikorian, Spiess rounding things out. All right, let's grab our third place finisher, Reed Brochart. You there, buddy?
I'm here, Roger.
All right, man, another podium to close out the season. Midget's going away. How do you feel about that alone?
Honestly, it's pretty sad. Honestly, I've had a really great time running these cars with these guys multiple years now, and we've always put on really competitive racing and have great battles, and we always just have a great time coming out and doing these races. So definitely going to be sad to see the midgets go, but I am looking forward to the new format that we're going to be launching here soon. It's going to make things very, very interesting.
Yeah, I am a little excited as well to see what you guys are going to do with all that. But, man, you're going to close out this 2025 C season on the podium. Maybe when we get ready to start the new format, you can carry the momentum, and we'll see a different 93 when we get to the new season.
Yeah, absolutely. I sure hope so. It was a pretty good year for me. I felt good to get another win, a couple of podiums. Felt good to have some more consistency and speed, and hopefully, we can bring that to the big cars and get back out there. And looking forward to see the new drivers and teams that the new format will bring in. So it's going to be a good time, and looking forward to getting after it.
All right, man. Give me some shout-outs before I let you get out of here.
All right, I appreciate it. Got to shout out the B team, my teammate DK, my girlfriend Natalie for always supporting me with my racing, and then Josh and Billy. I mean, they work really hard in putting this deal on, and they make it a great place to come out and race. And also, thank you to you, Roger, for broadcasting it. It's awesome to be able to go back and watch this on YouTube. It's awesome coverage.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the season, and good luck when we kick off the new one in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Roger.
Reed Brochart finishing in third here to close the season out. And now, the bridesmaid in session number 2 and in the season, Garrett Boyd. You gave it all you had. I thought you were going to close it off with a win. Looked like the wall monster got you down in turn 4.
Yeah, it's Husets, so the top and 3 and 4 is like razor thin basically the entire time. So really easy to make a mistake up there, but it's been a really good season. I've improved a lot in these cars, and I feel like it's transferred to the other open wheel dirt cars. So it's been fun. I mean, I've ran with these guys for what feels like years now. So it's really
right.
fun getting in and racing with guys that I know. So it's just a fun deal, fun deal to run, and I have fun every week pretty much. I mean, there's been weeks I've had not so much fun, but it is what it is. It's racing, and stuff happens.
Well, the new format for next season, are you looking forward to different disciplines?
Yeah, it's definitely interests me. It's going to kind of test everybody to broaden their horizons, and not really broaden their horizons, but to get better in the other cars. So it'll be fun to kind of see where everybody kind of starts at the beginning of the season, and when we go to a new car, how everybody kind of adjusts and learns it.
All right, man. Well, an awesome season, brother. Second in the points, second in this race. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we close out 2025C.
It's a big shout out to Josh, Billy, and James for paying for it, Josh for putting it on, and Billy for helping admin. It's car count's been low, but we've kind of kept our core group, and we show up and have fun every week, so it's been real fun. Roger, you for putting the broadcasts on every week. They're really fun to go back and watch and show people my pretend racing when I win. So it's fun to go back and look at it. So and then Quality One, Sim Magic, girlfriend for putting up with this. She's not here right now, but so I don't have those
Lucky
steely
you.
eyes staring into the back of my head. So we'll go into next season and see what we can do.
All right, man. Congrats on the season. Congrats on the finishes tonight. And I will look forward to seeing you in all the disciplines next season.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. Garrett Boyd finishes second overall in the race and in the championship. And now we talked to this guy, a multi-time champion of the series, and he gets it done again here tonight. He puts a victory lap together for the final show of the Mighty Midget series. Billy Barros, it's been interesting for a long time.
It sure has. Like you said, it feels good to cap off the season, cap off the series with a win here. That's pretty cool. But hey, another shout out to Garrett Boyd for what a challenge, what a season he had. I don't think he finished off the podium more than maybe 2 or 3 times out of 16 races. That's so impressive. So great job to him for putting up quite the battle and really making me work for it.
Well, getting ready to head off into a new venture. And that's what you're doing here, because you know, no more Mighty Midget. It's going to be something different, but it's going to be multiple disciplines. Are you looking forward to something over the other, or are you just going to sit back and take it all in stride?
I'm definitely excited for a new challenge and just going to have to see what that brings. I'm not as strong in some of the other cars as I've historically been in midgets, I don't think, but I don't know. I'm throw some practice laps in there and see if I can adapt a little bit. But yeah, I think we'll just see what's ahead of us and take it in stride, like you said. And should be a lot of fun. Should be pretty interesting and hopefully mix things up. Get lots of new faces in here. I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, you should be in the know. Is the Ironman going to carry over for this last season, even though that's a trial season for guys, or are you the Ironman champion as well?
The Ironman will carry over. We are still discussing whether it's every race for this next season, or since we're planning on rotating cars, if it's just for the midgets, if it's just a midget Ironman. But either way, it's going to continue at least a few more times, so not quite over on that one.
Outstanding. Well, the season comes down to the last night. You pretty much dominated it, and you come away with all the big hardware. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here and start looking at the new venture.
Of course, I appreciate that, Roger. Thank you again. Thanks for sticking with us through these lower car counts and doing such a great job broadcasting, and thanks to the Dirt Racing Network. Thanks again to Josh Gerlach for putting on the league, inviting me to be a part of it, and everyone who comes out and races with us every week. Looking forward to some new faces next season, like I said. And yeah, should be a blast. I can't wait to pick things back up 2 weeks from now.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we get to see you in a couple of weeks and start watching different disciplines every week and see who actually is going to, because that's going to be more of a true Ironman.
It really will be. Yeah, I'm curious too. Who's going to have some advantage in one car versus another, and I really think it'll mix things up pretty good. And like I said, we're hoping that we get quite a few new faces in that process, so it should be pretty exciting.
All right, man. Well, congrats again. I will be down to chat with you guys afterwards, but it's been awesome all season long. Once again, you earned it, my friend.
That sounds good. Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that.
Billy Barros, your winner for the finale and your season champion, takes both home tonight and takes a commanding lead in the Ironman as we get ready to see what's going to happen with that. But right now, we're going to talk to the guy that's going to tell us what's going to happen in 2 weeks when we get this new thing going and find out the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, and see how excited this guy is for the change that's coming, because the Mighty Midget Series has been around a long time. We've been broadcasting it almost its entire lifespan. Josh Gerlach, it's kind of sad to see things go, but as everyone knows, times surely do change, and you guys are going to change with it.
They do, and yeah, we were just talking in the kind of in the green room there that it is a little sad, man. We've been doing the Mighty Midgets for I think 3+ years now. Like I was giving you some crap earlier, I think we ran close to 200 races. I think I've only missed like 6 of them in that time. So met a lot of good people. We've had a lot of good supporters over the years, and you kind of have to adapt or die, and we've kind of seen the writing on the wall that the car counts have been dwindling a little bit, and the dirt midgets just aren't quite as in favor as they once were. So we're doing a couple big changes. The Mighty Midget Series is going to be put on hiatus for the time being. We are going to keep the Team NetCode Ironman Series. It will look a little bit different. But one of the biggest changes, I'm a co-host of the Knoxville Knights podcast with real-life sprint car driver Kate Higday and Knoxville Raceway announcer Blake Walker. And Blake had actually started a weekly Knoxville series earlier this year where a lot of drivers that race at the real Knoxville Raceway would jump on and kind of rotate through the 410 and 360 fixed setup sprint cars at Knoxville and just kind of tie that into our podcast. And got busy throughout the summer and everything. So that is going to be coming back and joining us on Thursdays instead of on Mondays when it used to race. So in 2 weeks on October 23rd, the Knoxville Knights weekly series will run at Knoxville every week, rotate every other week between the 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. And then the Ironman series will also join it. So we'll still have 2 races a night. It just won't be for one series. But the Ironman series is going to be a combination of winged 360s, non-winged 360s, and midgets. So for our next little test run season, it is going to be 8 weeks like we originally had scheduled for the Mighty Midgets, but it'll be 4 wing 360 races, 2 non-wing 360s, and 2 midgets that will go in companion with the alternating Knoxville Knights series, if that all makes sense.
Yeah, that's as clear as the racetrack with no lights. We're pretty sure we'll figure it out as we go, but a new deal. So 2 weeks, the 23rd, and the first show is always going to be the sprint car show?
We're working on that. We're working on the format, getting that all finalized. We'll have that, all the details that I just ran through. It'll be posted on our socials and also in our Discord. You can go to netcodeesports.com and also find all the links to sign up and everything there. It should be a lot of fun. I know that we had a huge group of guys that had signed up to race for the Knoxville Knights weekly deal, and kind of getting everybody into one home here and bringing them together should be fun. We had a lot of good guys over there. As you know, Roger, we've got a good group over here too. So bringing them together, changing things up a little bit, getting some new blood in is always a good thing.
Outstanding. Well, we can't wait to see when the schedules come out and what the format's going to look like so that we can share it with our viewers, and hopefully we get to cover the whole thing for you.
Well, that's the thing. When we actually heard at the at weekly Knoxville races that there were a lot of fans down there that were asking about our iRacing stuff and where they could watch it. So it sounds like there is some demand to watch it, and you know who we'll go to first to see if we can get that worked out.
Well, Thursday nights have always been for NetCode, so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully it's ours. You can find everything you need and get back on the network. But, man, congrats on all the seasons of the Mighty Midgets. I've always told the fans, I wish more cars would just come and race because it's a great series. It's been a lot of fun to cover, and we've seen some amazing racing. And we've seen some very, very good drivers come through here. So maybe the new venture, we'll start to see more faces, and who knows? That might turn into a longer-running deal than just the Mighty Midgets was.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a good run, and like you said, had a lot of guys come through. I think some of the best on iRacing midgets have come and gone through the years. So want to congratulate Billy Barros on his championship here for the 25C season. The Ironman season is going to continue with those couple of midget races that we have planned to close out. But I think after tonight, he probably has, and really the summer that he's had, he's probably locked that one up too. So congratulations to him. Thank you, Roger. Like you said, you've covered all of our stuff for basically all the seasons we've done. We really appreciate that. And hopefully we can make things happen and stick on the Dirt Racing Network. It'll just look a little bit different.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward to the new venture, and hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Roger.
Series coordinator Josh Gerlach right there. So, there you go, fans. Now you know. Make sure you keep your Thursdays open, because I have a feeling that they are going to do everything they can to get this on the network, and then they'll have all the fans with all those drivers from Knoxville that will tune in, and we may have to have some fun with some stuff, so make sure you keep your calendars open. That is going to do it for us here tonight. Do not forget to join us next Monday night for Monday Night Thunder. 410 wing sprint cars. Can't tell you where they go to race. I totally have blanked that out in my head. Let's see if I can find it real quickly for you, though, while we're here. They will be at Port Royal on Monday night, so make sure you tune in. That is at 9 o'clock Eastern start for that one. Come in and say hi in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. All the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing like we saw again here tonight with the NetCode ESports guys. There's nothing to cover, so high fives, pats on the back all the way around. Till we see you again, peace and love to you all. Keep the rough side facing down.